Hi everyone, this is Dina and I am recording on Friday, December the 16th. This is the beginning of the last video that I'll be making for 2016. It's the last half of my December update. So welcome, thank you for spending some time with me today. I wanted to share with you a progress on one of my WIPs that I've been working on that you've been following today. And then I would like to share with you a couple of other things for this weekend that I have planned for the weekend rush. And if you will indulge me, I'd like to share with you a couple of little Stitchy presents that I got for my birthday from various friends. They're so cute. I know you're going to like them. So let's get started with the update on the WIP first. This is Beach Babies. You've been watching me work on that, and I don't think I have a picture of my starting point of where I actually was, but if I can find it, I'll insert it. But it actually went over to about right here. I had finished the sign, all the way across to the sign, and so I needed to start on this little girl and move the rest of the way. And as it so happened, Cross Stitch and Discuss had a stitch-a-thon, a week-long stitch-a-thon this week from Monday through Friday. And today is Friday, so it's the last day of the stitch-a-thon. So I just went ahead and worked on it as much as I could this week. It was a busy week since it was my birthday week. So I've stitched as much as I could this week, and I thought I was maybe going to eke out a finish this week. But considering I have just a little bit left to do, I probably could, but I wouldn't get any work done on any of my other WIPs. And I would like to work a little bit on at least one other thing, or maybe two for the rest of the month before I start the Stitch Mania SAL of 12 Days of Christmas. So here's my progress on the picture. I was able to finish the girl, the third girl. I have not backstitched her yet. There you are. I can't see, so I'm trying to peek around at you. She's finished with her pink bucket and her red sunglasses, or hot pink. I think they're hot pink sunglasses. And I was able to move on over and get the umbrella in the distance with all the little people. So I've got, this is the full size of the piece. And now all I have left to do is to backstitch her, this young third girl here. I can hold it where I can see it a little bit better with you. I have to backstitch her and her bucket. And then as you can see, there's sand just highlighted all throughout here, hinted at. And I've gotten down to here with the sand. There's a shadow that I have to do under here and a little bit of sand over here. But I do think I might be able to finish this next rotation. I'm hoping to, and that would be my fourth finish of Year of WIPs. So I have one more that I have to do to hit my minimum to participate in the drawing, and so I'm very hopeful that I can get that done one more next year. So I mentioned this weekend is a weekend rush with Cross Stitch Finish Line, and so I'm going to be traveling this weekend. My husband's taking me out of town to see a play. It's a new version of It's a Wonderful Life, because it's done as a play of a radio station reading that over the radio station. So that'll be interesting to see, how they depict that. So I'll have some travel time because we're traveling to this production, and I'm hoping to get at least 500 stitches in throughout the weekend to get my name in the drawing. But I'm going to be working on a piece that I need to do for one of Vanna's classes. Hi Vanna, if you're watching, good to see you. I'm going to be taking her two of her classes, or both of her classes, at the retreat in March. And I've already finished my first piece. You've seen that on a previous video. And now this is the second piece for the other class that I have to do, and it's called Flag Maker, and it's a free pattern off of a blog spot. And so I'm going to show it to you. I'll show it from here so you can see it as a photo. I don't have other than this picture. But this isn't the actual pattern. This is actually a cover printed off. But it's the grand old flag there, and this lady's holding the flag that I guess she's supposed to be Betsy Ross, who's made the flag. Anyway, I'm going to be stitching this. So I feel I'll start this for Weekend Rush, and I'm going to be stitching it on 32 count raw linen. I made the other ornament piece out of this same fabric. This is the other part of it. So I'll just use it, and they'll both be the same color. They'll both match. And I think, Adele, I did a floss toss. And I think these colors are going to look great on the raw linen. And I've got to go get 2 colors today. I think I've pulled them from my DMC and have put them in kitted projects. So I have two colors I need to go get a skein of today. And I'll be doing that while I'm out and about today. So I have my Weekend Rush project. I'm excited about that. I mentioned we'd be going out of town this weekend, and I'm going to take that in my travel bag, but I'm not going to take my normal travel bag today. I'm going to take one of my birthday presents as my travel bag because it's so cute. You saw the cross stitch I did of the cats that I nicknamed Love Cat because it was just an Art Cetera pattern number 53 or something. It just had a number as the name. But I finished it and made it into a bag, and I had it on my last video, just a snapshot of it. I'm hoping that my friend will let me take a couple pictures maybe, or a short video of her with the bag, and let her hold it open and show you the pockets and things if I can. I tried to film that by myself, and to hold my phone, which is what I use to film with, and try to open the bag and show you the pockets and things, didn't work. Didn't work well at all. You couldn't see it. It was too, you couldn't see down in the bag. I couldn't light it up enough for you to do that. So I'll have to see if she'll let me do that today, because we're meeting for lunch and exchanging Christmas today. But last week for my birthday, this is what she gave me. It's a tote bag. It's a canvas tote bag. And on the front it says, "Eat, sleep, cross stitch." That's what I wish I only had to do. Eat, sleep, and cross stitch. I could meet with all my friends and family eating, and then I could sleep, and then I could cross stitch. Unfortunately, we have to do housework and, buy groceries and do things like that. And a lot of you have to take care of children. That mine is grown, so he's kind of on his own. But I thought that was just so cute, and I'm going to use that as my little travel bag for that small project this weekend. And I'll get to use it. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then I have a friend who used to live here in town with me, and then she moved to another state a few years back. And so we stay in touch, and she watches my channels. Hi, Sandy. And she is a beautiful artist. I've shown you her watercolors before. And she was a naughty girl, very naughty. She sent me a birthday present. She's not supposed to do that. But she was naughty, and she did it anyway. So I want to share that with you. It came in this beautiful pouch that she made. This is so well done, and it's so lovely. It's just a perfect thickness. It's about the thickness of what you would really expect out of a project bag. But the front of it here, she's got a nice cardboard or cardstock or something in it. So it's made it nice and firm. So it makes it easy to pop open. And she just has it snap closed. Just so precious. Just cute as it can be. It's fully lined. I'm loving this bag. So I will be using this in my stitching stuff. So I wanted to share that with you. But what came in the bag was the cutest little thing. It's a people pen. Or at least it was. Now let me share this with you. And this is for Kay. Kay, poppies for you. Anyway, this is the people pen. I'll tell you what happened. she wrote me a note and said, I bought you this little pen, but I kept hearing these little sad noises. Then I listened and heard, I don't want to be a pen. I want to be a needle minder. So she thought, okay, minor surgery, you're a needle minder. She said, but then she realized she needed a back. And it had to be big enough to get off easy. Oh, and don't forget, there can't be any sharp edges to snag the fabric. So she came up with a very creative back for me too. And I'll share that with you now. My initial, padded with a magnet on the back. So now I have a people pin needle minder. Look at that hair and that pocketbook. Is that not sassy? So sassy. So cute. She said, lesson learned. Don't listen to pens. I just had to share that with you because that is unique. That is really cute. And I'm putting that over here with my needle minders to use right away. But I had to show it to you. I thought it was so precious. Okay. Then another friend of mine knows that I collect thimbles. And for my birthday, she gave me a thimble with a birthday cake. Can you see? Isn't that precious? I thought that was so cute. So I don't have anything birthday related in my thimble collection. I have a very small thimble collection, just a few. But anyway, I thought that was really, really cute, and I wanted to share that with you. So that's what I have for today. I'll be leaving here shortly to exchange Christmas presents with my friend that I made the Love Cat tote bag for. So that should be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. And this weekend rush I'm looking forward to. So next time I talk with you, maybe I'll have some progress I can show on that new start that I'll be making. In the meantime, I hope you have a great, great weekend, and happy stitching, everyone. Hello, FlossTube. Dina is back again. I would like to share several things with you today. It's December 22nd. We're almost at Christmas. I'm so excited. It's my favorite time of the year. And today I just want to share several things with you regarding my stitching progress and some lovely kind gifts that I've received that were stitch related for my birthday, and especially those that I've gotten from those of you that I've met through FlossTube and may or may not have met in person yet. So your generosity and kindness is overwhelming to me, and I want to thank you for hanging in here with me. Thank you to all my subscribers, and just tell you how much I appreciate you. It's such an encouragement, and your sweet comments just make the world for me. So I appreciate it. It's enhanced my life. I just don't know how else to describe it other than that. So let's get started. The first thing I want to mention is in my first segment of this half of the month report for December, I mentioned that I was going to be going away on a short weekend trip with my husband to see a play, and it was delightful. It was so well done. It was very quick, and the actors on the stage who were reading the radio parts of It's a Wonderful Life, they also did all the sound effects, and so they would be at the microphone and they would be reading their part in character of the actor they were supposed to be, and then they would run over to the table, the desk area where they had all the sound effect equipment, and it was great fun to see what they did. You know, for Walking in the Snow, they had a little box of macaroni, and they would just squeeze the box of macaroni, and it sounded just like crunching in the snow. It was lovely. It was great fun. We had a lovely time, but I did have some stitching time, and I am so thrilled to tell you I had a new start and a finish. So I had shown you the picture already of the printout for the pattern that I was going to be doing, which is Flag Maker, and I want to show you the finished piece now. This is Flag Maker. And I'm making this for the class that I'll be taking in March when I go to the retreat in Indiana. And Vanna's going to be teaching a finishing class, and I believe this piece, we're going to use for a flat fold class. So I'm excited about that. I can't wait to do that. And I'll just remind you, for the other piece, for the other class Vanna's teaching, we're using Happy Hearts. And this one is going to be finished in an ornament. So, Vanna, I'm ready. I've got my pieces ready. I'm so excited. I can't wait to be there and have your class in person. I have watched Vanna's tutorial, and it is awesome. But I'm sort of a hands-on learner, and I think it'll be so fun to get to go through the class with Vanna and learn, from her. So the other thing I wanted to share with you that's stitching WIPS would be my Sleeping Beauty, and I'm just working on her starting yesterday. So since I'm filming today, I'll just share with you where I am. I don't know if this is where I'll wind up at the end of the month or not, but just working on the pillow here in this beautiful violet or lavender, I guess, colors of the pillow, and these are just either lavender or blends of lavender and white. So I'm just getting that done. My goal is to start moving, go down to this end of this block and move all the way across on that block until I meet all the way across, and then I can adjust my working pattern and start working my way down. So that's where I'm at on that. So not a lot of progress since you saw it last. It's just now in its rotation for this month. Then I'll let you know, I did something kind of sad this week. I had a Christmas bracelet that I've worn for years. It was just a simple bracelet with red and white and green beads on it, and it was on a little stretchy, one of those little stretchy bracelets that you buy. And it fell off of my countertop, my shelf in my bedroom there, and it broke. Went everywhere. Beads everywhere. Got them all up, and rather than restring it in a bracelet, because I don't have the stretchy cord stuff that would make it work well for a bracelet, I decided to make a Christmas scissor fob. So I repurposed that broken bracelet, and I made a Christmas scissor fob here. I sacrificed a pair of my Christmas earrings to get this little snowflake to dangle off the end of it, and made my scissor fob. So I thought that was just a really neat way to reuse a bracelet, because I strung it just like my bracelet used to look, and I'm using it for that. So that was just a repurposing. But now I have a really Christmassy scissor fob, so I was real tickled about that. So I mentioned that I had been spoiled with some gifts from people that are out there on FlossTube, and I have just been overwhelmed at how kind people are and how thoughtful people are, and some people sent me birthday cards and little gifts, and I wanted to share those with you. I'm not going to tell you who sent what. I didn't get their permission, first of all, and I also just think they sent it for me, and not necessarily wanting to be, acknowledged publicly for that. I have thanked them privately, but I did want to share you the stuff I received, because it's part of haul, although it was gifted. So anyway, this is a card I got with one of them. I thought it was so cute. I wanted to share the front of it with you with the little elves and all. So this was for Christmas, and it was also my very first one of these. So this is my first Mill Hill kit, and it's Mary Moose, and you know who sent it to me, so thank you again. Mill Hill kits, I've seen you all talk about them, and I see all the beads in here and everything that I need to do the project with, so I'm really tickled about this. And the neat part about it is I had already decided that this year was going to be the year of Christmas ornaments. I was so inspired by Vanna's tree that I decided I need to make Christmas ornaments for myself. If y'all recall, I made Christmas ornaments for my sister for Christmas, to represent all our family members. And we opened our presents together yesterday on the phone. And I tell you what, I wish you could have heard her reaction to those ornaments. She loved them, absolutely loved them, and said they even resembled each of her family members because I tried to match their hair color and their eyes and even their hairstyle as much as I could. And it was just amazing how many of those patterns I could pick one and maybe just change the hair color out and it would look, really well for that person. And so her response yesterday is she's going to text a picture of every one of them to the person that they represent so they can see their likeness. I thought that was great. So cute. Then I received this gift for my birthday, and I'm so in love with this. It's a petite gold collection. It's called Bird Post. And I'm excited about this because I was just looking at all of the stitch-alongs in all the groups to see what I wanted to participate in next year. And I noticed there was a spring stitch-along and a summer stitch-along. And I thought, I don't really have anything in my current lineup for summer or spring. And then I remembered I just got one. So this will be there for me to use if I'm able to participate in those stitch-alongs for this year. And if not, I'll still have it to do in the future. But I thought this was just lovely, and I thank you so much for sending this to me. I really appreciated the thoughtfulness of our friends that we make on FlossTube, and thought this was a precious little card. I wanted to show you the ugly sweaters. Love them. Just love them. I think they're so cute. And then this I wanted to share with you. This is a friend of mine on YouTube. And I just thought this was so beautiful. I wanted to share it with you. It's hand painted, the Hudgens. And I'm going to be putting it on the tree here in a minute. Actually, I'm not going to put it on the tree out in the living room where all the people walk by and touch and brush up against the tree. I've actually set up a tiny little ornament tree in my sewing room just yesterday so I could put this on it. And I'm going to put this on it, and I'm going to go through and put a few more ornaments on with it, just so my tree doesn't look like Charlie Brown. But thank you so much. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and it means so much to me that you thought enough of me to do that. Thank you. So I'm hoping that you guys are having lovely surprises and you're having some great stitching gifts this Christmas. I hope that you get some things that you want there, and I know that I have been truly blessed, and I appreciate that so much. Anyway, the last thing I have for you today is a cute book. When I got several wonderful recommendations on my last video when I asked you guys what you recommended to read. And I've made a whole list. I'm pretty excited about it. So the first one I was able to find, I wanted something funny and small and uplifting because the last one that I just read was a bit heavy, and I wanted something kind of in between to break that up. So I got this Hanging by a Thread, and the reason I got this one, it wasn't the title that was recommended by the FlossTuber who commented, but it was the author. It's Monica Ferris, and this is one of her books that she has written in a series, and it's called A Needlecraft Mystery. And the main character in the book, who is our heroine, is a shop owner, a needlepoint shop owner by the name of Betsy Devonshire. And Betsy has inherited this needle shop from her sister. She's trying to make a go of it. And Betsy loves mysteries. She loves to help solve mysteries. And apparently her character has gone through several, I guess, mysteries or murders and has helped the police department figure them out. So this is the first time I've met this character or read any of these books. And I will tell you, it's a delight. It's lighthearted, has a pretty good sense of humor in it. I like it because the lady is more mature, so it kind of resonated with me a little bit. But what tickled me the most about this book is that as I'm reading it and she's describing rearranging her store or putting up new stock or highlighting different patterns in her display in her front window, she's calling out patterns that I know. It's so funny. You're sitting there reading along and she'll be talking about this particular pattern from Mirabilia, or, and she calls them by name, and I recognized a great deal of them. She also has knitting and other, needlecraft in the store. And so those of you who knit would probably recognize the type of yarn she's describing or a pattern that she's describing. And to me, that was great fun. It really made me sit there and think, I wish I had a needle workshop near me where I could actually go and sit like these ladies in the book, where they come once a week and stitch together and talk and gossip, and everything. But this was so sweet, and it was just so quick and fun. So if you need a break, if you just need a little bit of an escape, and you need a light read, something fun to do, go and check out Monica Ferris and just see which of her books you have, available at your library, or if you could download on Kindle or something, whatever you want to do. But I just thought it was a lot of fun. So thank you for recommending her. And I enjoyed reading it. I hope you'll get some of her books and give them a shot. It's a light read and it's a fun read, and it was just a joy. I read it while I was on my trip. I read part of it and finished it when I got home. Didn't take long at all. So I don't have anything else today to share with you. That'll be it for now, but I do hope that I will have at least one more day maybe that I could film an update from the end of the month. Maybe if it's just my new starts that I began on Christmas Day. But I'd love to have one more time to speak to you before the end of the year. But in case I don't get to speak to you before Christmas, please have a Merry Christmas and a very delightful, healthy, and prosperous New Year. And in the meantime, I hope that you'll take a moment to look at the pictures. My friend did allow me to take a couple of pictures of her when she opened her cat bag, and I'm happy to say she was thrilled. And so I think you can see it in her face here, but she's given me permission to put these two pictures in, and I hope you'll enjoy that. And until we talk again, I hope that you will get much stitching done. Happy stitching, everyone. Bye. Okay, here we are. It's just after 11:50, so my Christmas time has run out today for starting my first piece of the 12 Days of Christmas. I didn't get to start till about 9 o'clock tonight. So this is how far I got on day one's start for the first day of Christmas. This is the beginning of my partridge in a pear tree. See you guys tomorrow. Good night. Hello, everyone. Dina back. I'm here to report my progress for the second day of the 12 Days of Christmas SAL, and I'll show you my progress. I've been working on 2 turtle doves today, and I'll see if I can get this where you can see. There's the first, and then here comes day 2. I've almost finished the first turtle dove. I have the beak and the second wing to do on that one, but it's late and I'm gonna head to bed. So this holiday sale has been fun, but I must admit, trying to stitch on Christmas Day, the day after Christmas, has been a bit of a challenge for me with a lot of family and friends and that sort of thing. Tomorrow I'll be starting on 3 French hens, and I'm excited about that. But I wanted to take just a minute and share with you some of my wonderful Christmas prizes that I was given by my family and my husband and son. They told me to go get some things that I wanted to start on in 2017 from my stitching stores, and I did. So the first one I want to share with you is a Little House Needleworks pattern called Little House Neighborhood, and at the bottom it says, a little house, a little tree, a neighborhood for you and me. And this is what that precious piece looks like. I can't wait to start it in 2017. I hope I don't have to wait all the way to Stitch Mania, but if I do, it will definitely be part of that. And I'm doing this on Cashel linen, a 28 count, heroic. Love that little bit of color in there. And I am excited about that. Can't wait to get started on that. And I think that Little House Needleworks, for some reason, has really caught my eye and my family's eye. So, pardon this crinkling. They had all this in a little package together. The next one is called 4 Freedoms. You've probably seen it. It's freedom of speech, freedom of worship, freedom from want, and freedom from fear. 4 freedoms. Try to get the glare off of it there for you. Isn't that adorable? I thought these two went together very, very well. And that I'm planning on stitching on a picture of this plus fabric. I'll have to get it out of their package. Sorry, I should have already done that. But this is a ale, 28 count ale. And that, oh, there you go. That color's showing very well. I think that's so pretty. So, so pretty. And this pattern called for some classic color works. So they're here. There is hazelnut, cayenne, isn't that beautiful? Antique lace, which is an off-white. You can see that. Wilderness, kind of an interesting color. Kind of a yellow, kind of a greenish brown. I like that one. And then, of course, gingerbread. Blue corn. It's almost like a blue jeans. And hickory sticks. I had a little bit of this one left over from a prior piece that I recently did, Home of a Needleworker. And I'm excited. I got a phone call today from my frame shop, and it is ready. And so I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. So when I show you my progress on the 3 French hens, hopefully I can show you my FFO as well. Wouldn't that be exciting? I think it would be. Then I have 3 pieces of fabric that I just wanted to show you because they're so pretty. This is Water Lily. I don't know if you remember, but Water Lily was the color of linen that I gave with one of my patterns for a giveaway, and so I replaced that color. And then this is light sand, very light, neutral. And this is everyone's favorite doubloon. Just love that. Really pretty modeling on there. And then this is my huge, huge, big prize from Christmas. I want to do a series very similar to the Christmas cottages, Santa's Village, those kind of things. But I didn't want to do the same one that I had seen so many people do with all the houses on it, because I thought they were beautiful. But I wanted mine to be just a little different. I had looked around until I found what I liked. And it's a Little House Needleworks series. It's called Hometown Holiday. So if you haven't seen that, go to 123 Stitch and just put in the search bar Hometown Holiday, and all these patterns pop up. And you can pick and choose the ones that you want. I like control, so I like that a lot. I'm hoping that I have enough of this light blue. It's really, it is kind of a gray blue, but it is a light blue, white polka dot. And of course, I'm counting on the white polka dots to look like snow. And I'm hoping that these pieces will look very pretty on here. I've done some calculating, and I think I can fit them all on this single piece. I'm going to double check it. So if the fabric changes, it's because they wouldn't fit. But this fabric I got at my retreat in November, and it was my prize that I came away with. So to go with this, my family gave me my series of houses that I want to do and all the threads to go with it. These are all classic color works, and I'll pull them out here in a second and show them to you. But let's start with the patterns. If you haven't seen them all, I'll share them with you now. This one is the Hometown Diner. And the second one is the Firehouse. And these are shown in no-sew cubes. So if I don't have enough fabric to do all of these in one piece, I may do, several of them out of that fabric anyway and make them into no-sew cubes. But this one is the train station. And this is the pet store. Had to have my pet store. Someday I'll get me a new pet when I'm ready. This one is the schoolhouse. I love that variegated building. Isn't that gorgeous? Can't wait to do that one. This one is the tree lot. Isn't that cute? I just thought that was so appropriate for Christmas. This one is the florist. This one is the town church. And this one is the sweet shop. So those are the ones that I'm hoping will all fit on that blue and white polka dotted fabric. I just think that would be wonderful. And I'm hoping to start all three of these in 2017, if I'm fortunate enough to do that. So now let me show you the threads that go with it, and I'll just show them to you in a whole group. That might be easier than showing them to you at one at a time. All right, let's see. We have a balsam fir and steamed broccoli and English ivy. A lot of greens in here. So I'll show these to you together so you can kind of see. Isn't that pretty? They're showing up too. That's great. So those are the three greens that'll be involved. Then I've got some browns. I've got caterpillar. I'll don't know if that's considered a brown or not, but this one is Cocoa Bean and Caterpillar. And I guess I'll consider these two browns as well. It's kind of a yellowy color, but it is a brown. It's Brandied Pears and then Hazelnut. So here are your browns, kind of the golden browns and the brown, darker browns. Some of these I have multiple colors of. A roasted chestnut, I'm not sure made it into that first group, but look how beautiful that variegation is. You can see it really well right there. Love it. Okay, got Hickory Sticks again, which you've seen before, but it's in this group as well. And then we've got Cherry Cobbler and Barn Door are the two kind of reds that we're going to have. And one is a little bit darker. The Cherry Cobbler is a little bit redder. This is a little more pinkish, rosy. If you can see that, I hope you can. Those are the reds. So I went through each of these patterns online and looked at the colors that were required for them, and if I had at least 3 patterns asking for the same color, I got 2 of the threads because I thought a lot of the time you use a little bit of it for the piece that you're working on and not that much. So I'll order more, I guess, if I need it. I am doing Stitch from Stash next year, so I was trying to get as much of these classic color works as I thought I might need for that project for next year. So I think my family has been very good to me, getting me ready for Stitch from Stash. So I think that's pretty awesome. Okay, everyone, this is the center of the quilt that my friend Sandy made me for Christmas. This is the beautiful center picture panel that has all of the beach activities and the sailboats out in the water. You can see the houses up off the beach there and the lighthouse up in the right corner. And the little flag, if I'll get closer without making you too sick, has the balloon flying over saying beach party. I'm going to back up now and let you see the whole piece. There are scenes, the lighthouse, a scene of the sailboats, and additional beachfront activities in this corner, and the changing bathhouses in this corner. So cute. Those are different scenes taken from this center panel. They're precious. They're absolutely beautiful. And my friend embroidered a note on the bottom of the quilt. It's when you just feel like visiting, just cover up and I'm there. Love you, my friend. Oh, I can't tell you how much that meant to me. I actually teared up and had to take a moment before I could continue opening any presents from the family. I hope you can see, I think you can, how sparkly this blue is here. There's a couple of rows of that. It does look just like the water. It's so pretty, and there's the green that looks like the ferns, you know, that grow inside the water, right at the water's edge or on the bottom. Beautiful quilt. Absolutely love it. Sandy, thank you so much. I just wanted to share it with everyone. Thank you. What a precious gift for me. Thank you so much. And I'm just really, really grateful that you guys have let me share a few minutes with you to show you my Christmas, my haul, I guess you would call it, from Christmas. You guys have a great evening, and enjoy whatever you're stitching today. I certainly hope you're getting to stitch today, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hi, this is Dina. I had mentioned on my video yesterday that I would be picking up an FFO from my frame shop, but I'm very excited to show you my FFO today. This was my final finish for my year of WIPS. It was my number 3 so far. I'm working on number 4 with Beach Babies, but this is my home of a needleworker, and I just love it. I think it looks so pretty. I like the frame. I'll try to get it closer for you so you can see. Very simple brown frame. At my frame shop, the lady who does my framing is an artist. Her name is Marla, and she does portraits. And she just has a great eye. And she thought that because this was a more of an old-fashioned piece, you know, looks more like a more colonial look or early American type look, that a simple wooden frame without a mat would really fit the bill. And I think she's right. There's nothing there to take away from the picture at all. It fills up the space very nicely. And I will be putting this in my sewing room very soon. Hello, FlossTube. This is Dina, and I am here to give you a wrap up for 2016. Can you believe it? The year is coming to a close. I just thought it would be a great time to look back over the last year, to reflect over what has transpired in the last year for me. And I hope that as you do that, if you look back over your accomplishments for the last year, that you're very pleased with what you were able to do. I would like to say that I think it's been an amazing year for me personally. Most of you that have watched any of my earlier videos know that I retired in January of 2014, and the first year I spent finishing several cross-stitch pieces and starting 1 or 2 large projects and finishing those and doing a few gifts, but nothing compared to this year. FlossTube has changed my life. It really has. I have made such wonderful friends through FlossTube. I've been encouraged. I've been challenged. I've learned so many new things, and I thought it would be fun just to look back over the last year and just make a summary of the different things that were new for me. This year has been one of many, many firsts, and I think it's worthy of a look back. So if you'll indulge me just a moment down memory lane, this year saw me stitch for the first time ever on hand-dyed fabric. Didn't know it existed before I found FlossTube. Variegated thread. I've utilized variegated thread in a couple of my projects now, and I love it. Didn't know it existed before. I started watching FlossTube for the first time at the end of 2014, and I was binge watching it around Christmas time in that year. And so by January, I felt that one of the ways to jump in the community was to make my first video. So my first video was put up on January 23rd. So that means I'm coming up on a Flossiversary in just a couple of weeks or so. And I'll talk more about that in another video toward the beginning of that month and let you know what I intend to do to celebrate that. But in the meantime, I will be putting this video up for my last video of 2016 for the year, and it will be my 26th video. So average of one every couple of weeks, but that's not exactly how they came out, but that's about the numbers anyway. I decided to go back and look at some statistics. So I just, for curiosity's sake, I went back through some of my record keeping. I have a journal for all of my finishes, and I write down in the journal the name of the project and when I started it, when I finished it, the things about the fabric and the any specialty threads that I may have used or any changes that I made in that project. And I also keep track of the number of hours it took me to stitch it. I have a page for each one of my current WIPs, and I just put the date and the hours, and so that way I can get a really close estimate of what it takes for me to stitch a project. So I decided to look and to see just how many new starts I did for the year, how many finishes I had for the year, just a few things like that, how many SALs I participated in. That was another thing I had never heard of before, was a stitch along. So that was new for me. So why don't we start with SALs. I participated in 50 SALs in 2016. This was a person who had never done one before, and I didn't do my first one until May. So that was pretty exciting. I did a lot of SALs. And I think what helps is that I just picked ones that I could use my current WIPs on. The few that I had to do a new start with, it was because I wanted to start that anyway. It was a great excuse to start that. And also, I will tell you, as a bit of a cheat, a lot of the SALs run at the same time. And if you're very clever, you have a very varied piece, you can make them fit. So there were some SALs that I was stitching on at the same time on the same piece. So that's a little bit of a cheat factor, I guess. But I posted in both groups, and I paid attention to what they were doing, and it was just a good way to participate with everybody else. And I found that to be great fun. Those 50 SALs, though, don't include the year-long SALs that I participated in, the Year of WIPS that we just started, the Smoky Mountain Christmas SAL. There was a Mirabilia and a Lavender and Lace year-long SAL with Cross Stitch and Discuss that I participated in, and I posted my progress in. I think they're not going to do separate groups for that in the coming year, but now there's a new Mirabilia Facebook group that's been started, and by Terry, and Stitch and Petunia is her channel name. So I'll be in that as well. I've already joined that. But in addition to those SALs that I participated in, they had an impact on my stitching because in this past year, I had 39 starts for the year. Now, I know Queen of Starts, Garrett, Stash Queen, that's nothing compared to yours starting something new every day. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. But for me to start 39 new projects in 1 year, I never would have believed it if you had told me that a year ago. I just wouldn't have, I couldn't have fathomed it. Of those 39 starts, I finished 30 of them. And I'm very excited about that. That was a huge effort. And I think the Year of WIPS has helped me focus and finalize a couple of those, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm carrying over 9 current WIPs into 2017. And that includes some you haven't seen, like my chatelaine that I've put on hold. And it will include the 12 Days of Christmas WIP. So those will be carried over because I won't finish them before the end of the year. Another first for me were stitching retreats. I didn't know they existed. I couldn't have imagined such a fun thing. And I am so blessed to have participated in 2 this year. Both of them from in Sevierville, Tennessee, and one was in May, and the other one was just this past November. And I'm just ecstatic that I got to go to both of those. So that was wonderful. I remember on one of my earlier videos, I shared with you guys that I would call myself a gift stitcher, that most of what I had made in the past was always a gift for someone else. So out of curiosity, I went through my finishes in my journal and I counted up how many of those I had stitched for someone as a gift. I had 30 finishes, 27 of them were gifts. So I wasn't far off. I really did stitch more for other people than I did for myself or my own home. So I think that is something I'm going to aim at changing in the coming year of 2017. And we'll talk more about that in another video when I tell you about my plans. Another first for me was Skype stitching sessions. I had no idea what those were. I had never Skyped before. But Stitch in May asked me once if I wanted to Skype on a Friday night because she stitches all night long getting ready to work her night shifts on the weekend. And I was privileged to be able to do that with her, and that started a new trend for me. Since then I have Skyped again with another fellow stitcher who I wouldn't have gotten to stitch with otherwise because they live in Iowa. So that was wonderful and that was great fun. In addition to that, I started with longing to have someone to stitch with. I started looking for retreats, and then also discovered that there were people that would meet up and stitch together. And there was a group in Kennesaw, Georgia that would meet every now and then, and Stitch in May was the one that I heard it from, and Organic Granny, and so talked to them online and said, let me know the next time you get together, and they said, we will. And they did. And so I have been able to go to their meetups twice in the past year, and also have gone to Gainesville on a vacation with my husband and found a stitcher who lived very close to Gainesville, and we were able to arrange just a quick stitching meetup. And then I put one together myself in a local town here near where I live, and we had 6 of us there for a local meetup, and most of those people knew me either by floss tube or in person, but none of them knew each other. So they got to meet 5 new people that day. It was awesome. I had such a great time. That was so much fun. So it was a wonderful year. I've never been so productive in my stitching, and I am really, really excited about how things have transpired. I started the year as a 1 WIP at a time girl, and I worked my way up to 10 WIPs so I could qualify for the minimum of Stitch of the Year of WIP challenge, and was really excited when I got those back down to 8, I must admit. But now I'm looking forward to 2017 with a whole lot of new ideas, and I'm still working on finalizing that, so I'm not ready to share that with you today, but I will very, very soon. And I just wanted to thank all of you so very, very much for your watching of my videos, your beautiful comments, how supportive and kind you are, and just for being interested in our community and our craft enough that you do listen out for what other people are doing, and we enable each other to do something new and different, and I think that makes it wonderful. So I just want to thank you all very much for a fantastic year, and I want to thank each and every one of you who have subscribed to my channel, and each of you who have written such lovely comments and have reached out to connect with me on Facebook so we could be friends there as well, and messaged me and have started conversations that way, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll continue to do that going forward. I certainly look forward to it, and I saw an interesting post on the Facebook earlier in the week that asked if we, would you be stitching on New Year's Eve? And, the old saying is whatever you do New Year's Eve, you'll do the rest of the year. And so, yes, I intend to be stitching as much as possible on New Year's Eve. And I'm looking forward to that. So I'll let you get back to your stitching. Thank you for listening to my rambling, and just know that I am anxiously awaiting a fabulous new year in 2017 with all of you. Happy New Year, everyone. Bye.